Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new Civilization series. I gotta admit guys, I'm super excited for this one. Ever since I had this idea, I've been itching to start, and now we're finally gonna get going. So for those of you who missed the announcement in prior videos, this is gonna be a 4-way game where I play 4 civs with drastically different strategies, and all 4 different starting social policy trees, along with differing win goals and a deity map and a hot seat battle. So you'll get to see how these different playstyles competed against each other on the same map, and also how I approach 4 different starts. To make it interesting, I and several helpful viewers have picked a set of civs which synergize and complement their intended victory conditions and social policies. So, to make this more fun, I'd like to ask you guys to vote in the comments after this first episode on the civilization you think that will win the competition. The winning viewers will get a shout out at the end of the series, kind of like how BA Start Gaming does. I've been binge watching his videos lately and love them. So if you haven't discovered him yet, definitely check it out. His Civ 5 AI only battle series are phenomenal. Let me get this set up here. So first of all, you're going to click multiplayer. If you want to play multiple players, you're going to want to go for hot seat for a multiplayer game on the same server. So I thought a little bit about the best balance here. I think definitely the best map size is going to be large here, so a little above standard. That should balance liberty and honor pretty well. We're going to go with continents to not allow the warlike guy to just steamroll everything quickly. Also, continents with more isolated starts are a little harder because you don't meet everyone right away, so you gotta work on exploration. There's more complications, so I really like that. Definitely gonna go standard speed, ancient era. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so in the advanced options, we're gonna go ahead and turn off time because it's just not gonna happen. We're going to turn on quick combat and quick movement, and also raging barbarians. So this is actually a little bit to make the honor tree just a little stronger. So they're the ones that are going to get the culture from the barbarians. So I think that'll allow a little more balance to them, along with the larger world, allowing barbarians to play for a little longer. And I'm just going to enable all of the DLC, so that should be good. So let's host the game. All right, so yeah, there's not really a way to balance Piety because it's just kind of a random tree, really dependent on terrain and the civilization you pick, but I think I picked a good guy to play for the Piety tree, so you guys will see that soon. So first of all, now that we have our settings, let's go through our civilization lineup. So the first civilization that was picked was by one of my viewers called Word Spielt NL. I probably butchered that pronunciation. But anyway, thanks for the comment and good luck on your civ. Since you have NL in your name, I'm going to guess you're from Netherlands. I don't know for sure. But anyway, let's go ahead and pick them. So this will be William. He should be at the bottom. Yep, there you go. Netherlands. We're going to want to go with Deity on this guy. Yep, there you go. So for the next civ, okay, so Netherlands is going to be our tall tradition player, going for a science victory. So the second guy, we're going to have another human player here. And we're also going to play them on deity difficulty. So the player that we picked here, this is my choice. He's going to play the Piety tree, and I'm going to pick the Maya here. Pical of the Maya. Where are you? There you are. So the idea with that is that a Piety tree is pretty difficult on deity. There's a lot of randomness to how well that tree will work out for you, and you really want to get a religion for this to pan out. So I picked someone that has a little bit of an advantage to getting a religion, and that will synergize pretty well with the tree, I think. So I think Piety is a pretty solid choice here. So let's go ahead and, yep, should be good to go. Next we have Assyria. So this one was picked by Coral Trickster from my thread on the Civ Fanatics. They synergize really well with Honor. So Ashurbanipal of Assyria, a lot of advantages there, and they should be able to use Honor for some early aggression. Should be a fun player to watch and follow there for some exciting early game. And lastly, we have Iroquois, which was picked by Shaglio. I think that's how you pronounce that, from the Civ Fanatics forum. So Hiawatha of the Iroquois. Hiawatha of the Iroquois is going to be our Liberty-wide player, and he has a few advantages that make that nice. Okay, so this might change, but for now I'm thinking William's going to be going for a science victory, Pekka will be going for a culture victory, Ashurbanipal, obviously domination, and Liberty's kind of our wild card. I could say he'd go diplomatic because that's the last one left, but we're just going to have to see. I don't really like the Diplo condition. He might also compete on science or something else or go to war. We're just going to have to see. He'll be our wild card. So Make sure he's a human. And all of our opponents will be random. There you go. So that should be good to go. So by the way, if any of you viewers don't have an account on Civ Fanatics, definitely get that. I've been a member for a few years, and it's just it's really, really fun. A way to connect with the community and ask questions, get advice, and improve your gameplay. That's where a lot of my viewers have originally come from. All right, very cool. All right, so we're going to start with the Netherlands. They're first guys here. So, unique ability of the Netherlands. The Dutch East India Company is pretty cool. You keep 2 of the happiness of your last lucks, even if you trade it away, so they can get away with kind of more early luxury trades, which is good for a tall player. It allows them to keep growing. They've also got known and loved for their unique improvement, the polder, although this terrain looks terrible for using the polder. Hopefully I find some floodplains or some marsh soon. And then lastly, their unique unit, often overlooked by new players. I'll talk more about it in a bit, but it's actually a really good unique unit. So it's a unique privateer. What I like about it is that it starts with the attacking against coastal cities, coastal raider, level 2. So that's like really close to getting the double attacking logistics promotion. And in fact, with the barracks and an armory, you can get these ships that come right out of the harbor having double attacking promos, and they upgrade straight to destroyers. They're just really nice. Okay, but let's think about our terrain here. Unfortunately, we're kind of pinned in a strip of tundra here. This would have been much better for the Iroquois start here. Just to get the best angle on the terrain, I'm going to go this way. Let's see what the southern usually has a little bit of an improvement on terrain. Okay. I do not see any of their special terrains, so this capital could be interesting. This border definitely looks like tundra up here. So even though usually starting on a gold hill is a really nice thing to do, I don't know that I want to stay up here, because having tundra in even my second ring, that's just going to really nerf William here. Let's see. That is a hill, grassland hill, with 2 silver nearby and 2 wheat in the rings. That's not bad. All right, so we're going to move here. See, get an edge on that. Wish I could see what that is, because I'd love to get on this hill if I could swing around this way, but that might be forest, so we're going to play it safe. Yeah, it was forest. Okay, so that's his turn. I think moving was definitely the best thing for him. All right, so Maya, let's do a quick recap on the Maya. Maya is an excellent civ to capitalize on the Piety tree bonuses. They have some of the best synergy with it, and the reason is because of their unique building, the temple. Temple usually provides 2 faith and 2 science, so for a great early boost. Piety is going to half the cost on that, so I can get those up really, really quickly. And it's also going to improve by the first tenet the faith output of the shrine. So for 1 maintenance, I can get 2 science and 3 faith off this 1 building. So Rexing out quickly with them and building that building is the way I'm going to try to secure this religion here, is what I was thinking. Well, this is a very cold world. Did I forget in like, oh, Netherlands would have loved this start. Look at the floodplains. All right, so let's scout a little bit. What's across our river? This looks like it's just going to be desert down here. You rarely get it, but desert folklore would be phenomenal with this guy. We want to do everything we can to get that quick religion. Okay, so this is a bunch of luxuries here. That's deer. Hard to tell. Hard to tell what's the best thing to do. But, again, having these can be in the 3rd ring. Furs is not a very good workable tile. It's going to take a while to get trapping. I don't think I need to keep them in the 2nd ring, so I'll probably at least move down 1 here. We could go here, or we could go here. This is honestly probably the best. That's going to put these 2 tiles in range from what I can see. It could possibly get better, but this looks pretty solid right here. It's hard to tell if moving down here is going to be better, but I think that's a good first spot here. Let's go ahead and settle in place. I don't see any convincing reasons to move, and there were going to be no tiles that were really good in the beginning to work for this guy, so he's really going to be hurting here in the beginning, just flat growth basically. We definitely want to be looking for finding city-states for that early growth. Pulling in some better tiles. Yeah, we'd have to move off the river to get even that growth tile. So this is a very tough spot for the Mayans to work. I guess we'll just grow straight up. This is real bad here. Okay, let's start with the scout. Just flat terrain. Could turn out great if we get desert folklore. If not, it's just going to be a bad start there. Definitely open with pottery here. As I said, we want to get those unique buildings up quickly. There's some other points about the mines, which I'll talk about as we play them a little bit more. Ashurbanipal. Okay. I assume that's how you pronounce that, but I could be mispronouncing that. It's really nice to start next to the coast. That's not bad there. Cocoa, marble in range. That's some good production. This is production poor, though. Other than the marble and the 1 point we'll get off this, it's basically just these forests, from what I can tell. That's not too good. Okay, we got a mountain there. Yeah, all of these starts are a little risky here. This will be interesting. Ooh, look at all those cows. What's down here? Okay, so we do start next to an extra point of production growth tile. And cocoa, which is actually a food boosting plantation luxury, so that's not bad at all. I think we'll stay here. There's some tiles to expand down and get. Hopefully we have some good stuff in the third ring, because I'm kind of disappointed. This is a mediocre spot. It's not great. So we'll start there, go with production focus, and this should be a cheaper scout by quite a bit. Let's get that out. We want to locate our nearest neighbor right away and try to steal its worker, going with the quick and hostile theme here. All right, so let's think about what we'll do here. Obviously, granary is probably a good choice because we got that deer tile nearby. Animal husbandry could also be good. We want to know where the horses are, because horses are a great flanking unit for the beginning. We'll probably start with pottery, though, and let's move on. Alright, so Iroquois. This is some beautiful forest here. That's good. At least one guy got an okay start. Although plantation resources are not the best, to be honest. That's in range, but only by tier 3, which is going to take a while. That's a solid tile, though, right there. That's pretty solid. Again, on the coast is pretty good. This guy's unique ability really kind of rewards you for being in forests. It's hard to tell. Honestly, there might be better terrain up here. I don't see any sea resources or reasons to stay on the coast, but it is nice that we're already on a hill, already on a river, already have this tile in range. This is probably an okay spot, and the fact that we're kind of in a little harbor means we have less coastal resources than a normal coastal city. It's kind of hard to assault, so that's good. You can't even bombard over this way, so this will be a nice harbor port. Very nice. So this has probably the best start of anyone so far. A little bit better production, and that's great for a Liberty player starting on a hill, having those extra production points. We'll be able to speed out those early settlers. Again, pottery is probably the way to go. Pretty much all of them are pottery, because that early granary can make a difference. And you can open and hopefully get a Pantheon. So we should have 6 AI opponents out in the world that we're looking for. Alright, this is the only guy who I moved. Hope I didn't mess up there. Okay, so I'm considering moving here, so instead of scouting this side, we're going to actually go like that. Oh, okay, so that was important to know. So if we settle here, that's marsh for Polar. Very nice. So we had at least one in range, which if we have more down here, this might be a great second expo. We're taking advantage of that ability. Okay, so because we already moved a turn, I want to make up some of that. All of these resources, except for the gold, will still be in range if I go here. If we settled now, we'd get the gold in range, just not the deer. So this is a good spot. This is... and it starts us next to a solid tile. I'm trying to decide if starting on the hill is better or not, because it's really nice to start next to wheat. 2 wheat for quick growth for a tradition player. Okay, so because this is plains and it already gives us a production point, actually I think we're going to settle right here. Right in place. That we'll still be able to pick up this cow. All this marsh will come into our second city. It looks like we might even have some floodplains here. That'd be nice. And we'll work these tiles. It's kind of important to start next to good tiles. The Maya actually are going to have a real problem since they didn't. And we'll save this hill for actually mining. Got few forests to chop. I think this will be a good tradition start. Pretty solid. It'll be hard to work these in the beginning, but at least we got a good lux distribution there. Again, pottery, definitely the best. All right, so that's that. That's the lineup. We finished. Let's pick up this. Ah, perfect. Okay, so that's the boost. At least we get a slight science boost, right? For this terrible start here. So, in my opinion, you want to either start next to a 3-food growth tile or a 2-food, 1 production tile. The fact that Palenque didn't have that, and the only tile in range that looked like it was is way over here, is kind of really going to be a problem for this city. I maybe should have kept hiking for farther, but it just looked like this was going to get worse and worse down here because it's flat desert. And this looked like an okay spot with 3 types of luxuries in range, and I didn't want to move so far away from the furs I couldn't pick them up. So this capital may not be the best, but maybe our secondary cities will be better, is kind of what I was thinking. Okay, so Ashurbanipal. What do we get? Archery. Very nice, so we can get that military tech up. Alright, cool. Keep going. Alright, Iroquois. Let's see what the lay of the land is. Oh, a city-state. Get some quick gold, early gold. That's good. As we're playing here in the beginning and things are slow, I can give a little more details about these civs and the plan I hope to do with Forum. Oh, no way. Solomon's Mines? Huh. Okay. That's fun, I guess. Only 1 marsh tile. Not the best. Especially because they're going tradition and we can't expand too far without some problems. No ruins for the Maya. They're really just getting the shaft here. Okay. Alright, look into some cocoa, or some more cocoa. Second run. Quite good. So the Iroquois are a very interesting civ. So if you didn't know, basically in any forest tile, their units can move through as if it's a road, so you can get like quick movement through the forest. Anyone, even a caravan, so their caravans can go a little longer than other routes in the beginning as land routes. Their longhouse kind of encourages you to keep some forest around, because if you don't have like maybe 4 or 5 forests, it's going to actually be a little worse than the workshop because you lose that 10% bonus. Yeah, let's keep looking. We're trying to check and see what the good expansion spots are going to be. Man, flat grassland. We'll have quick growth but terrible production, which means we'll probably want to keep some of that forest around. Ooh, quite the desert. Yeah, glad I didn't move down here. This looks really terrible. Ashurbanipal's siege towers. Oh, nice. Early. That's going to make it easy to work your steel if I can locate someone. Very nice. Okay, up or down? Looks like we're pretty far south anyway. There's hills up here. Let's do a loop up here. Ooh, that's desert there. Their unique unit also is a swordsman, but doesn't require iron. So that's a nice... It allows you to keep a nice little swordsman defense force, but without having to actually go up against the... You don't have to actually spend your iron, so you can sell it and have a nice little income boost in the beginning. Ah, good. We located the Moroccans, and they're down here in the desert. Not surprising. They will probably take desert folklore then, so... But we got a little bit of desert just in case that was going to pan out, but I wasn't willing to just make it all desert, because we may just lose it. Okay, Keep exploring. Ashurbanipal. There should be someone on this continent. It's pretty big. Alright, let's keep exploring. Got some desert up here. Very cool. Another interesting thing that you want to note with the Mayas is their long countability. Their long countability can be pretty powerful if used properly, but you need to beeline theology immediately. Basically, the description is a little confusing, but if you don't know, the Mayans give you a free grape person every 396 years, starting turn 62. So that comes down to 62, 72, 84, etc. turns. So the earlier you can get to theology and activate that, you'll kind of get this chain of great people in the beginning. So that can be very useful, depending on... Ooh, a little bit of salt there. Might be a good spot for an expo. Especially if there's more than one salt. Usually salt clusters a little bit. Okay, so we're on large. There's still land in all directions. Probably worth going for a secondary scout here. But because we're a warmonger, I'm wondering if I wanted to go archer instead. Let's go scout. Get growing a little bit. Not bad. It seems like we meet someone. Ah, Gaja. He's really far away, which is unfortunate. Oh, that's a settler. He might settle in place, but if he gives us time to harass him, I think our spearman could actually steal that settler. No problem. I've seen that before. I think that looks familiar. We might have two players on the same continent here. Okay, so this is a Liberty guy. The quicker you get to your settler... I like to play them kind of sitting back, kind of just growing a lot as I wait for their settler policy as I unlock their culture. And that culture could be a little slow in the beginning until you start settling. So I'm going to go ahead and invest in the monument here. That's 6 turns, so we'll pick that up right before pottery, and then we can try for our Pantheon. So let's see, this is mostly open terrain, so let's finish this guy off with this. Usually the idea is to avoid these guys in the beginning, but oh well. I figured I'd take them down. Okay, so culture. The quicker we unlock that culture tree, the quicker we get the 3 culture in the capital. And you get a bigger benefit from tradition the faster you can speed through. It's pretty straightforward. So, again, I actually think I'll go monument with this guy. And yeah, it's already expanding to get that, so that should work out. Yeah. The Mayans are pretty nice synergy. Ooh, okay. Let's check this out. Moroccans are great neighbors, but until we get trade routes, they might just be better as a source of workers. I'm just going to have to see how easy it'll be to slip in there. Okay, he might settle in place. But let's see what we're working with. Yeah, this is a good spot. But we're Ashurbanipal. Why not? Attack! But if he moves off the hill, actually, that would be a more advantageous move. It's hard to tell. Let's just see what he does. Heading down here might be actually good for workers as well. Because I saw this guy, I'm actually going to hold off on the attack here. Let's try to force him north. How are we doing? 4 and 5, that's good. Ooh, Mecca. Arabians are an interesting neighbor. Okay. All right. Starting to meet people. Okay, so this is about the time I need to decide if I want to work or steal. I think if I get the chance, I'm going to do it with almost everyone. Just because it's a great way to nerf your neighbors a little bit, especially if you're the Liberty player wanting to expand a lot. The more you can hurt your surrounding neighbors, the better. Man, got that early archer. Always like that upgrade. None of these guys are getting the early culture, though, which is honestly one of the best ones because it unlocks your tree a little earlier. Growth and culture are probably my favorites here. Okay, so he might move down to the spices here. Okay, let's keep an eye on Marrakech. Let's see what he does. Okay, so we just finished our scout. This is our religious guy. Man, our production is so poor. It's very sad. Let's start on our monument. The Piety tree is very poor on culture in the beginning. It's the only one that doesn't have culture in the opener. So unless you're Ethiopia, where your monuments are culture and faith, it's a little interesting to work with. Oh no, that changes things. A warmonger with Kilimanjaro. I could just run all my units past that. And that's a little bit of culture too if I settle that. That's a good spot for an expo. Yep, he settled. So attacking would have been a worthless move anyway, so that's okay. Spearman has a good chance of stealing that worker if I just wait for the proper timing. Worker stealing is quite a bit harder on Deity because there's just... They have often like about 2 or 3 warriors sitting around, and if you aren't careful, the multiple ones can come out of nowhere and kind of kill your unit. Just waste the investment. So you gotta be careful. Alright, so almost up to 10 turns. I'm probably going to end the episode after 10 turns. That should be enough info for you guys to go ahead and vote. I haven't really discussed it yet, but I think what I'll do for my upload schedule is this is a little ambitious for me, but I'm going to try to go for 3 a week, because I think less than that, it'll be kind of a little... You guys will be waiting quite a bit for the series the series you're interested in to progress, and then my off day will maybe be Saturday, is what I was thinking. So like Monday through Sunday, I'll alternate on them. Okay, so he didn't actually go for that. Let's keep looking. I was hoping he would worker that, and then I would slip in and get it. The quicker we can get a worker to Mayans, the better we can make up for that terrible start that I'm regretting settling. Okay. Oh, he just finished his mine right as I was about to take it. No. Darn workers, making everything difficult. Okay, let's keep going. Wow. How did he run right past that? I guess he'll get one of those and I'll get the other. Onondaga. Very nice. I could have microed that a little. No, actually that's the best tile. So that's some slow early growth here. We're working on 3 and 2. That's probably okay. And then after that we'll be queuing up our shrine, probably. All of these guys are going to be attempting the early Pantheon just because no matter what you get, it's usually worth the shrine investment if you don't have terrible production. Maya are the one people that are going to have a hard time building that shrine in a timely manner, though. Oh, who's this? Alright, so they were in the same area. Surprised no one is asking to buy my embassy yet. Usually that's a thing right away. We just grew. Oh, I forgot to micro that there. How much should we growing in? 7? Yeah, let's go ahead and buy that tile. Come on. Is this bugged on me? It's not letting me buy the tile. What the heck? This is very strange. Alright, someone already grabbed fertility rights. Guys, I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, there we go. Maybe my mouse pointer was a little bit off. Who knows? Okay, there we go. And I need to watch this growth a little better. I guarantee you I'm going to make micro mistakes running 4 players at once just because I'm not the best at focusing on 4 strategies at once, but I think that'll make it more interesting, the fact that I'm not just awesome immediately at this sort of thing. We'll keep hanging out. Looks like a city-state up here. Very cool. Okay, so we were the first to the science because we got that fast early growth. Quite good. So, usually you'd want to go straight for theology to activate their ability, spitting out as many shrines and growth as you can along the way to quickly get there. And they started in a terrible spot for growth, which is really what you want. Their luxuries, unfortunately, are trapping and mining, which are techs you would want to avoid. It would have been better if they were calendar resources, because that would have been on our tech path. We might have horses around. It's possible. So we'll just be growing and producing very slowly if we keep going this way. This is a tough decision. Usually I go animal husbandry. And animal husbandry often makes up for itself if you can send an early trade route, because that's a bunch of science to help you recover. But at this point, there is no one to send a trade route to until I finish my expositions. So maybe we'll go for writing first, actually. Yeah, Mayans really got the shaft at this episode. Quite. Okay, let's get that extra motion on the scout. Wow, you're just handing it to me, huh? Okay, so if we go here, the worker can't get away. Actually, they could go this way. Let's do it. Boom. The warmonger. So he's got double attack on me. I should be able to get out of here, no problem. 1, 2. Yeah, that hill should protect me from the workers below. Good. And then this other worker will flee. I'll hang out, fortify, heal in the nearby, and see if I can't score the second worker as well, I think. Can I actually get both? Huh. I should have done... I didn't realize I would have another movement. I thought that consumed your movement. I should have gone there and there. Then I could have gotten both out. That was a foolish decision on my part. If I go here, I guarantee that worker's going to get recaptured by this guy. And I probably won't have the strength to drive him out before I get to go. But I could pillage. Let's hang out. Let's pillage for some gold. Yep, I messed that up. Could have had 2 free workers from that situation. So I thought I remembered that your turn got consumed when you captured workers, but maybe that's not the case. Wow, that guy is building up like crazy. Already got archers up. Maybe that was a scout upgrade. Who knows? There we go. Quick activation of Liberty. That's what I like to see for this tree. That's perfect. So we can open it early for an extra culture. And pretty soon we'll have Republic to boost our stuff here. There's no other good tiles around, so we're going to have to keep sticking with 2 population. That's honestly pretty bad for a Liberty City. Definitely want to buy this tile so that it picks up the deer naturally, probably. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. We want to get that deer into our fold here. All right, and this will be turn 10. We'll call it an episode. I let this one run a little longer this time than usual. I'm planning on most of these being... yeah, this guy could have stolen a worker if he had more health. Unfortunate. Okay. Oh, no. So Assyria has started right next to Amsterdam, then. He's right over here. I don't know what the rules will be between, like, early player wars. Honestly, this is probably Assyria's first target, but I know you guys may not want me to wipe out one of my players early. So you're going to have to tell me what's the best move here, because I don't know what I should do. Honestly, like, they would be the natural choice for attacking. Now that I think about it. Oh, yes. So he moved out of range. We can get this. Boom. So this guy is a perfect trading partner. After stealing this worker and getting out, I definitely think we're gonna try to eventually become friends with him again. Okay, so he's gonna be there. So max, we're gonna get 2 warrior attacks and a city bombardment because actually we can get out here. He'll chase us. So we'll probably want to end in that forest tile. We might survive, might not. I might have to split off my worker to make sure I survive. We'll have to see, but a worker's more valuable than a warrior at this point. Alright, there go Maya. Ooh, this is getting risky here. Alright, got his pottery. So his culture is doing awful. So should we go for the shrine? What's around? Nothing that really synergizes well, looking at the terrain. Check out this salt. Okay. Got some extra gold. Let's get out of here. Yeah, he just let me have it. Quite nice. Okay. So this all looks safe. Let's do that. Unfortunately, they didn't improve these yet. Otherwise, I'd pillage for some more gold. But since they didn't, let's see. No warriors in range. Yeah, we'll hit this hill. We'll get another bombardment on us. Oh, player 1. Very nice. We'll probably keep exploring this way with this guy. Oh, it looks like he's locked off a little peninsula for himself. That's not bad. Maybe a city here on this hill. Get that. Or in here. Be interesting. We'll have to see. So, religion or not? Does this produce faith? No, it does not. Let's go for culture. The quicker we can open our policy and start killing barbs, the better we'll do. Maybe I might not go for a Pantheon for them until late, to be honest. They had kind of a slow start anyway. Alright, so siege towers come from the mathematics tech, but we want to make sure we're staying up. Our royal library is here. That's pretty good, but we don't need it, and so we're going to start getting great works of writing, which doesn't come until way over here. And we'll probably be expanding to kind of mid-game war. I wouldn't do a super early rush with them other than worker stealing, because I'm going to want to wait for the siege tower, which is just incredibly strong, as I mentioned. And we've already got archers to build, so I think the natural choice here will be animal husbandry. And then probably mining, since we got workers coming on the way to chop. Animal husbandry is solely to see if we can find some horses to sell to AI or build horse units, and also for that early trade route. Yeah, so maybe a good compromise is to trade route the Netherlands. I'm not sure. You guys are gonna... Ooh. Interesting. So he's... I don't think I can get out of here if I take that worker. Too many angles of attack. That is off kind of on the coast itself. I would have loved to go there. That would have secured this worker. Yeah, they didn't really give me a good angle for this worker. He's probably going to work that. That's too many warriors to get out. I don't think I can manage. Worker stealing with a Liberty guy is great, though, because if you can... that frees you up to build your caravan, build your granary, and then chop through your way through your settlers. Alright, yeah. I don't think I can risk that, taking those workers. That's the sort of move that's just going to lose your worker, and you'll be down from that point onward. Okay, pottery. Let's queue up our shrine here. They've got nothing better to do, so we'll go ahead and go for that, and then probably worker immediately, since it doesn't look like we'll have a chance for early steal. We may. We'll hang out, see if we can't pick one up. Animal husbandry. Any early gold is great for a Liberty player, because they run short from the early buildings. And that looks like turn 10. I hope you guys enjoyed. Vote on who you think's going to win the tournament. I'll definitely give a shout out to the players that win, and we'll see how this tournament goes. See ya.